Welcome to the voyage of the naughty knots and these wild and crazy viewpoints of our world. And so the viewpoint the naughty knot I want to talk about right now is I got put in jail for being free, Facebook jail for being Trump, for being free. Let's talk about that. So let me find this. I have to read what I wrote, but I've been in Facebook jail for 3 days. Today's the last day. And what I wrote that got me in jail. Oh, and by the way, you should be aware, those of you that are on Facebook, I was in a chat with a friend, a private conversation with a friend on Facebook Messenger, and a bot, a PC, political correct police. Yeah, PCP, politically correct police, was in my chat and put me in jail for being sexually incorrect, like I was a pedo. Let me read what I wrote, and you tell me what you think. Yeah, okay. I wrote when I say I am, I'm talking capital letters. I am. And this is our Buddha nature. I am is your Buddha nature. All beings from the beginning are Buddha. All beings are Buddha nature. And what is Buddha nature? I am. I am is your Buddha nature. So I wrote, when I am is aroused, the mind doesn't rest on anything. Whatever you do is okay. You have found the great mother of being. And when the bots read that, they said, to jail you go. What do you mean? When they read it was, when I'm aroused, the mind doesn't rest on anything. Whatever you do is okay. And that's Trump. That's Trump, you see. Trump is an identity that when it's aroused, you can do what you want. That's how Trump lives. I can do anything. I'm immune. I'm free from correctness. I'm free from the law, you see. I'm above the law and order. I'm above guilt and shame. I'm above censorship. I'm above it all. I have a license to be I am Trump, you see. See, this is the I am is but when Trump uses it, he says, I am Trump. And this is a conversion, if you will, or a I'm lost for a word right now, but it takes the I am and adds an ego identity to it. I am Trump. And so if you're MAGA and you identify with Trump, then you get to experience vicariously the freedom of being I am Trump. You can do what I want. I can do what I want, you see. I'm free at last, free from being a slave to being correct, and being free from being a slave to the parent society. I'm free, you see. And this is the rebellion of America in a way. You know, America has this imperative of being free from authority. So this whole mythology of Trump, you see, is really a spiritual commandment that has been polluted. I can't find the word into a spiritual or a political identity. Trumpism is an identity where, when it's aroused, which is what I said, when Trump, if I'll just change the words here, it says, when Trump is aroused, the mind doesn't rest on anything. You don't rest on any beliefs or any authorities. You don't rest on any books, any knowledge, any courts, anything, you see. When Trump is aroused, the mind doesn't rest on anything. Whatever you do is okay. You have found the great mother of being. You found the mother lode. And this is what Epstein and Trump were talking about in their little messages when they said, we know the secret. You and I, we know the secret, you see. So isn't that interesting that you can find the keys to the confusion and contradiction of our American life in little details, like getting put in Facebook jail for 3 days when it's interesting because you violated community standards. Well, I was in a chat. I was with a private message. I was talking to a friend, and it's like the bot got into your bedroom. The bot got into your private dialogue, your private conversations, you see, and put you in jail for being a rebel, for being Trump. Isn't that ironic? You see, isn't that ironic? So the naughty knot, you see, is that I share, and probably gets people confused with what I'm saying, but that was a naughty, for me, that was a naughty knot. The knot was, I got put in jail and I was innocent. I was just having a chat with my friend, talking to her about Buddha nature. I am. When Buddha nature is aroused, the mind doesn't rest on anything. The mind doesn't rest on authority. The mind doesn't rest on your memory or correctness, you see. The mind is free. The mind is free when you arouse your Buddha nature. And then you can do what you want. Why? Because you're not fallen. Why? Because you're good by nature. This is the revolution. We're conditioned to think, thanks to thousands of years of Christianity and the Catholic Church, the Holy Roman Catholic Church, is that man is fallen by nature. When the Catholic Church, Holy Roman Catholic, was like a shadow that fell over paganism, pagan Europe. Pagan Europe the pagans didn't believe they were guilty, fallen by nature. The pagans didn't believe that you are a sinner by nature. It was the Catholic Church that did that because it held the empire together. It continued the Roman Empire for 1,000 years. So this idea that I'm fallen by nature creeps into our everyday life, you see. So Trumpism in this inverted mythology says, I am free by nature. I am free by nature. I don't have to be guilty and ashamed and calculating and a sycophant. I don't have to be all those. That's the mythology. Of course, Trump inverts it, so that I am Trump, and if you follow I am Trump and become a MAGA, you will feel free by nature. And you won't have to obey the liberals, the parent society, you see? So this whole thing gets inverted, but it goes back to our belief that is our indoctrination in Western civilization, Western Europe, particularly in American civilization, that somehow I'm fallen by nature, and if I go west, I'll be free. If I become a cowboy, I'll be free. If I become mafia, I'll be free. If I become the Hell's Angels, I'll be free. So all of these rebellions, you see, are rebellions against this belief that somehow I'm a sinner by nature. And so we're constantly struggled to be free from that belief that I'm bad by nature, that I'm a sinner by nature. That I'm somehow, I'm jailbait. Anyway, my time's running out. So subscribe to my talks and let's just continue this wild and crazy adventure into the naughty knots in our personal and collective lives. See you next time.